Imagine walking into a room full of energy, laughter, and bright faces. You're a man who's lived a little longer, seen a few more sunrises, and suddenly you catch it, that genuine, lingering smile from a younger woman across the way. Not a polite nod, not a quick glance, but a real spark that lights up her eyes. Your heart might skip for a second because in that moment, something ancient and powerful is happening. But here's the truth most men never discover. It's not about your wallet, your car, or some Hollywood fantasy of power. It's something deeper, something you already carry inside if you're willing to wake it up. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the real reason younger women smile at older men, and by the end of this, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. You'll feel unstoppable, magnetic, and finally aligned with the man you were always meant to become. Stay with me, because this isn't just another pep talk. This is the hidden blueprint that turns quiet confidence into undeniable attraction. You've probably noticed it in coffee shops, at events, even in everyday life. A woman in her 20s or 30s locks eyes with a man in his 40s, 50s, or beyond, and that smile appears like sunshine breaking through clouds. Society loves to push the obvious explanations: money, status, experience in the bedroom, but those are surface-level distractions. The real reason runs much deeper into human psychology, evolution, and the quiet power of a matured soul. And right now, after just 60 seconds, I'm going to share a cliffhanger that will make you lean in closer. The smile you're seeing isn't about what you have on the outside. It's about a rare inner frequency most men lose by 30, and only a few ever rediscover. But we'll get there. First, let's talk about why this matters to you. Think back to your own life. Maybe you're in your 30s feeling the pressure of time slipping, or in your 50s wondering if the best chapters are behind you. You see younger guys with endless energy and perfect hair getting attention, and a part of you wonders, is it over for me? That doubt is normal, but it's also the very thing holding you back. Younger women aren't smiling at older men because they're chasing youth. They're drawn to something far more valuable, something timeless that youth alone can't provide. It's emotional depth, hard-earned wisdom, and a calm presence that says, I've been through storms and I'm still standing strong. This isn't fantasy. Countless real stories from everyday men prove it. The mechanic who fixed his own life after divorce now turns heads with his quiet humor and steady hands. The teacher who survived career setbacks radiates patience that makes younger women feel truly seen. These men aren't billionaires. They're simply men who stopped chasing validation and started embodying value. Let's go deeper into the psychology because understanding this will rewire how you carry yourself. Evolutionary psychology shows women are wired to seek partners who signal protection, provision, and emotional safety. But in modern times, that doesn't always mean physical strength or riches. It means resilience. A man who has faced failure and bounced back carries a subtle confidence that feels like home in a chaotic world. Younger women, often navigating uncertainty in careers, relationships, and self-identity, feel an instinctive pull toward that grounded energy. It's not predatory or weird, it's natural complementarity. You represent the map they wish they had earlier. Your smile lines tell stories. Your measured words carry weight. Your ability to listen without interrupting screams emotional intelligence that many younger men haven't developed yet. But here's where it gets relatable. Many older men feel invisible or past their prime because culture bombards us with images of 20-something influencers and gym bros. You might scroll social media and think, I can't compete. Stop. That's the lie. Real attraction isn't a competition of abs or follower counts. It's energy. Women smile because they sense a man who knows who he is. No games, no desperation. Just authentic presence. Remember the guy at the family gathering who didn't dominate the conversation but offered one insightful comment that shifted the whole mood? Younger women noticed. Or the colleague who handled a crisis with calm leadership while others panicked? That quiet strength lingers in their minds long after. Curious yet? Good, because we're only scratching the surface. The real reason goes beyond basic attraction into something almost spiritual, the transmission of lived experience. When an older man speaks with genuine warmth and shares a lesson without bragging, it creates an emotional bridge. Younger women crave that mentorship vibe mixed with romantic possibility. It feels safe, yet exciting. They smile because in your presence they feel elevated, understood, and inspired to grow. This isn't manipulation. It's the beautiful dance of generations connecting. Think of historical figures or even your own mentors. The ones who impacted you most weren't the loudest or youngest. They were the ones who had walked the path and could light the way. Now let's make this personal and actionable so you can feel the shift today. Start with your mindset. Many men in their later years carry regret like invisible weights, missed opportunities, failed relationships, career detours. But what if those scars are actually your greatest assets? Reframe them. Every challenge you survived built layers of empathy, humor, and perspective that a 25-year-old simply hasn't earned yet. Younger women pick up on this subconsciously. Their smiles are acknowledgments of your depth. To amplify this, practice presence. Next time you're in a social setting, instead of overthinking what to say, focus on listening deeply. Ask meaningful questions. Share a short, vulnerable story from your life that shows growth. Watch how the energy changes. Women respond to authenticity like flowers to sunlight. There's also the power of physicality, but not in the way you might think. It's not about looking 20 again. It's about carrying your body with dignity and care. Stand tall, move with purpose, dress in a way that honors your journey, clothes that fit well and reflect your personality. A well-kept appearance signals self-respect, and self-respect is magnetic. Combine that with a genuine smile of your own, and you create a feedback loop of positive energy. Psychology calls this mirroring and emotional contagion. When you radiate calm confidence, others mirror it back, often with that warm smile you've noticed. Let's explore real-life relatability through stories that mirror what countless men experience. Take Marcus, a 48-year-old divorced father who thought his dating life was over. He spent years feeling bitter about his marriage ending. Then he started focusing on himself, hiking, reading philosophy, volunteering. One day at a community event, a 32-year-old woman struck up a conversation about a book he recommended. Her smile wasn't polite, it was engaged, curious, lingering. Why? Because Marcus wasn't trying to impress her with stories of success. He spoke from the heart about lessons learned from failure. She later admitted she felt more connected to him in 30 minutes than with men her age after months. This isn't rare. It happens in bookstores, gyms, workplaces, and online forums where wisdom shines through. Another example, Raj, 55, a quiet engineer who lost his wife young and raised 2 kids alone. He never chased youth. He built stability, pursued hobbies like photography, and stayed curious about the world. Younger women at photography workshops would gravitate toward him, asking for advice but staying for the conversation. His smiles in return came from a place of peaceful abundance, not neediness. That's the key distinction. Desperation repels. Quiet self-assurance attracts. These men didn't suddenly get rich or famous. They cultivated inner richness, and the smiles followed naturally. This brings us to curiosity hooks that keep revealing layers. Have you ever wondered why some older men seem to have an effortless charm while others fade into the background? It's not luck. It's a set of invisible traits: emotional regulation, storytelling ability, and a sense of humor sharpened by life. Younger women, bombarded by superficial dating apps and fleeting trends, find relief in a man who offers depth. Their smiles say, "Finally, someone real." Psychologically, this ties into attachment theory. Secure, mature men provide a secure base that allows others to open up. That smile is the first crack in the door to connection. But let's go even deeper into the motivational fire. You have the power right now to become that man. Start small. Journal 3 lessons you've learned from your past each morning. This builds narrative mastery. Your life becomes a compelling story others want to hear. Exercise not for vanity, but for vitality, so you move with energy that defies age. Read widely. History, psychology, fiction, to expand your conversational range. These habits compound into an aura that younger women notice instinctively. They smile because they sense a man who is evolving, not stuck. A man who can laugh at himself yet stand firm in his values. That combination is rare and intoxicating. Consider the societal shifts making this dynamic more common. With women achieving independence earlier, they seek partners who complement rather than complete them. Older men who have done their inner work offer partnership without the insecurity that plagues many younger relationships. They bring patience in conflict, appreciation for simple joys, and a long-term vision that feels refreshing. This isn't about replacing youth. It's about blending strengths. Your experience plus her fresh perspective creates something powerful. Women sense this potential and smile in recognition. Curiosity builds further when we examine body language and subtle signals. An older man with relaxed shoulders, steady eye contact, and a slight, knowing smile projects quiet dominance. Not aggressive, but assured. Younger women respond because it triggers feelings of safety and excitement simultaneously. Studies in social psychology support this. Perceived maturity correlates strongly with attractiveness ratings across age gaps when emotional intelligence is present. It's science meeting soul. You don't need perfect genetics. You need cultivated character. Let's expand on practical steps to harness this power and make those smiles directed at you more often. First, cultivate mystery. Don't reveal everything at once. Let conversations unfold naturally, dropping gems of wisdom like breadcrumbs. This sparks curiosity in return. Second, master the art of compliments that go beyond looks. Praise her ideas, her ambition, her spirit. This shows depth and makes her feel valued on a soul level. Third, maintain boundaries and self-worth. A man who knows his value doesn't chase validation. He attracts it. Younger women respect and are drawn to that. Think about the environments where this magic happens naturally. Book clubs, hiking groups, professional networking events, art galleries, cooking classes, places where conversation flows and shared interests reveal character. Position yourself there consistently, not to hunt, but to live fully. The smiles become side effects of a rich life. One man I know joined a local history society in his mid-50s. Within months, several younger female members were seeking his input on projects and lingering after meetings with bright smiles. His secret, genuine enthusiasm for learning combined with decades of perspective. Psychologically impactful is the concept of generative legacy. Older men who mentor or share openly tap into Erik Erikson's stage of generativity versus stagnation. When you give back through stories, advice, or presence, you radiate purpose. Women, especially younger ones seeking direction, are magnetically pulled toward purposeful men. Their smiles are subconscious applause for your contribution to the human story. This elevates you beyond dating into meaningful connection. Let's address the elephant in the room: ageism and self-doubt. Many men internalize the message that after a certain age, desirability plummets. But data from relationship studies shows age gap relationships often thrive when built on mutual respect and shared values. Younger women report higher satisfaction with mature partners who communicate well and provide emotional stability. Your life experience is your unfair advantage. Own it, wear it proudly like a well-tailored suit. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself, the man who has fallen and risen carries a light that shiny newness can't match. Build curiosity through questions in your own life. Ask yourself daily, how can I show up today as the man younger women and everyone would naturally smile toward? This self-inquiry drives growth. Track small wins, a warm interaction at the store, a meaningful chat with a neighbor. Momentum builds fast. Soon those smiles feel normal because your energy has shifted. Expand on emotional intelligence as the ultimate attractor. Younger men might have passion, but older men who've learned to manage emotions offer steadiness in storms. A woman facing career stress finds comfort in your calm counsel. That smile of relief and connection is priceless. Practice active listening. Reflect back what she says. Ask follow-ups. Validate feelings. This skill, honed by years, separates you dramatically. Stories continue to inspire. Consider the widower who started painting in his 60s. His art classes attracted creative younger women who admired his courage to start anew. Conversations turned personal, smiles frequent. Or the entrepreneur who rebuilt after bankruptcy, sharing lessons with humility at industry meetups. His authenticity drew admiration and interest from women who valued resilience over perfection. The real reason crystallizes here. Younger women smile at older men because they represent integrated masculinity, strength tempered by wisdom, ambition balanced by contentment, presence rooted in self-knowledge. It's not what society shouts from rooftops. It's quieter, truer, more powerful. This realization should ignite motivation. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be real, growing, and open. Dive into mindset shifts for lasting change. Release comparison. Your path is unique. Embrace your era. Music, stories, values from your generation add flavor that stands out. Develop playfulness. Life experience allows humor that's witty rather than crude. Younger women laugh and smile because it feels refreshing and safe. Physical vitality supports this. Nutrition, sleep, strength training, and mobility work keep you energetic. Not to look young, but to feel alive. Energy is contagious. Pair it with style that fits your body and personality, timeless pieces that signal confidence. Social skills evolve too. Host small gatherings, join interest-based groups, volunteer. Visibility in positive contexts multiplies opportunities for those genuine smiles. Be the man who adds value to any room. Curiosity deepens with neuroscience. Positive interactions release dopamine and oxytocin, creating bonds. Your mature presence facilitates this chemistry naturally. Younger women feel good around you, hence the smiles. Motivation surges when you realize this isn't the end of your story. It's a new chapter where experience becomes your superpower. Many men in their later decades report richer romantic lives than in youth because priorities align better. Passion meets patience. Desire meets discernment. Let's layer in more relatable scenarios. The single dad coaching his kids' team, who catches the eye of a younger mom with his dedication and easy banter. The professor whose lectures inspire students and whose office hours draw curious conversations with grad students. The traveler sharing photos from adventures that spark wanderlust and connection. Ordinary men living extraordinary inner lives. Psychological impact hits when you internalize. You are enough, more than enough. Your journey has equipped you with tools younger men are still forging. Wear that truth. Walk with it. Speak from it. The smiles will follow as affirmations of your value. Continue building with daily practices. Morning gratitude for lessons learned. Evening reflection on interactions. Continuous learning through podcasts, books, new skills. This keeps you vibrant, curious, and attractive at any age. Address potential pitfalls. Avoid bitterness about past relationships. Forgive and forward. Neediness kills attraction. Abundance mindset attracts. Focus on your fulfillment first, and connections flourish organically. The power compounds over time. One smile leads to conversation, friendship, perhaps more. But even without romance, these interactions enrich life. You become a beacon. Stories multiply impact. A 50-year-old chef who turned his passion into a small business drew food enthusiasts, including younger women inspired by his creativity and resilience after career change. Their smiles reflected admiration for his craft and character. Another, the retired military man who now teaches self-defense with patience and wisdom. Students, including younger women, feel empowered and smile with gratitude and respect. This pattern repeats because human nature values depth, reliability, and inspiration. Motivational core, rise above limiting beliefs. You control your energy, presence, and growth. Choose to become the man who naturally draws positive attention. Visualize it daily. Act as if results follow. Expand curiosity. What if the smiles you've noticed were invitations to step into greater confidence? What hidden strengths are you ignoring? Explore them. Practical wardrobe and grooming. Clean, fitted clothes reflecting personality. Good hygiene, signature scent, posture exercises. Small upgrades yield big perception shifts. Conversation mastery. Open with observations about the environment. Move to shared interests. Share brief personal insights. Listen more. Balance giving and receiving. Emotional availability without oversharing. Vulnerability balanced with strength creates trust and attraction. Long-term vision. Build a life you love. Hobbies, friends, purpose. Women smile at men who are complete, not seeking completion. Overcoming rejection or hesitation. View every interaction as practice and learning. Resilience itself becomes attractive. Community and support. Surround with positive men on similar journeys. Accountability accelerates growth. The psychological payoff is profound. Embracing this truth boosts self-esteem, reduces anxiety about aging, and opens doors to fulfilling connections. You feel younger in spirit, more alive. Layer after layer, the message reinforces. The real reason is you, your evolved self. Your story, your light. Younger women smile because they recognize quality that transcends years. Motivate further with legacy thinking. How you show up today influences not just romance, but how you're remembered. Be the man who inspires smiles and growth. Daily affirmation. My experience is my strength. I bring value through presence and wisdom. Connections flow naturally. Incorporate movement. Walk with purpose. Engage physically in activities that boost testosterone and mood naturally. Nutrition for brain health supports sharp conversations and positive energy. Sleep consistency keeps you charismatic. Holistic self-care is the foundation. Relatable challenge. Many men hit midlife questioning relevance. This knowledge flips the script. Midlife becomes prime time for authentic attraction. Success examples abound in everyday life, proving accessibility. Curiosity peak. Imagine waking up excited for interactions because you know your value. That reality is closer than you think. Action steps summary woven in. Journal, exercise, socialize, listen, learn, embody confidence. Overcoming societal noise. Tune out media portrayals. Focus on real human connections around you. The smiles represent opportunity for friendship, mentorship, romance, or simply brightening days mutually. Deepen motivation. Every man has this potential. It's not reserved for the gifted or wealthy. It's cultivated through intention. Personal transformation stories inspire men who shifted from insecure to magnetic by owning their narrative. Psychological tools, cognitive reframing of age as advantage, gratitude practices, visualization of positive outcomes, sustain momentum with tracking progress in a journal. Community involvement amplifies visibility and confidence. The script builds curiosity continuously by promising more layers, sharing examples, posing implicit questions, and tying back to personal empowerment. As we near the close, remember the cliffhanger from earlier, the inner frequency. It's that resonance of a man at peace with his journey, radiating quiet power that younger women instinctively recognize and appreciate with their smiles. It's you, unlocked. In conclusion, the real reason younger women smile at older men isn't superficial. It's the profound recognition of matured essence, wisdom, stability, passion tempered by experience, and genuine presence. Embrace this truth, apply the principles, and watch your world expand with connection and confidence. You've lived enough to know what matters. Now live it boldly.